Dear aspirant, welcome to Current Affairs for UPSC by Zaki. Today we are going to discuss about the global ice sheet melting. Mumbai could be submerged. So in this topic and in this video, we will analyze what are the new research done by the UK and US and what is the worst case of the ice melting scenario and why this research is very unique because it is the first time that all glaciers and ice sheet of the planet measured by the scientists and using the satellite. So, for this kind of video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel and tell your friend and share this video. So, let's start and we move forward. The topic is global ice sheet melting. Mumbai could be submerged. So, if we see this research is done by basically research is done by basically the scientists of the UK, and the scientists of the UK found that the rate of which ice disappearing across the world matches it is worst case of climate warming scenario. So it is the worst case as scientists of the UK warn in this new research. So if we move forward and see the team from the University of Edinburgh, Leeds, and University College of London. So basically, it is the team of the Edinburgh, Leeds, and London said that the rate at which ice is melting across the world. So remember, it is the global ice melting, and it is also measured the whole ice sheet of the planet. So world's polar region and mountain has increased at least 30 in the last 30 years. It's markedly in the last 30 years. So very increased. The melting increased very fastly. So we move forward, but you don't forget to subscribe my channel and also tell your friend about our initiative for the UPSC, especially the video on the climate change and development. So Earth lost about 28 trillion tons of the ice from 94 to 2017. So in this research, scientists found that the using satellite data, basically in this research, satellite data were used, and the expert found that the Earth lost about 28 trillion tons of the ice between 1994 to 2017. So we also see the we will also see the animation and also the graphics how ice lost from 1994 to 2017. So it is 28 trillion tons of ice means it's covered the whole United Kingdom and as thick as it's 100-meter tall. So that's why this is a very significant in the case in the climate change. So the rate of the loss from risen from 0.8 in the 1990s. So the rate of the loss of the glacier about 0.8 in 1990s and up to 1.3 trillion tons in 2017 per year. So, which potentially disaster consequences for the living people living in coastal area. So, it is very devastating impact on the people living in the coastal area around the globe, whether it is India's Mumbai, India's Kolkata, and Shanghai, in all other coastal area around the globe. So, we move forward and see the sea level rise. So this also initiate the sea level rise and a very serious impact on the coastal community because coastal community basically depend on the sea, whether it is their livelihood and all other things that they need to etc. So it is basically impact on the coastal community. So an earlier study before this study uh, uh, published in the proceeding of the National Academy of the Science Journal, based in the United States, as we earlier told you, US and UK. So United States estimated that global sea level rise could be 2 meters. 2 meters means 6.5 feet by the end of this century due to global warming and greenhouse gas emission. So we still think about why we are spending so much on the fossil fuel, why we don't convert the green fuel and we do not use the green fuel. So, in the for the next generation and for the future, we must use the green technology and we also reduce our carbon footprint. So if you want to know what is carbon footprint, you will join our class, Zoom class, and also subscribe my channel. And uh, after this 45 video, we also provide you the short video on this all topic. What is carbon footprint? What is carbon capture technology? And all other environment related and science related topics. So you must subscribe my channel and tell your friends and colleagues for, for the our initiative. So we move forward and see. The report also said in the worst case scenario, global temperature would warm more than 5 degrees Celsius. So, as we know, the Paris Climate Agreement is basically want to confine only 1.5 degrees Celsius, but in the worst cases, if we use fossil fuel and don't stop the using the fossil fuel and coals and etc., then the last of the century, in the 22nd century, the temperature rise will be 5 degrees Celsius or 9 degrees Fahrenheit, causing the water to rise and displacing millions of the people living in the coastal areas. So, the first of its kind to use the satellite data. So, this study is the first of its kind because this study uses the satellite data for the monitoring of the global ice, whether it is in Himalaya, Alps, and all part of the globe. So, uh, the university research published, basically this research published in the European Geosciences Union journal, the cryosphere. So it is the journal of the cryosphere, and basically it was the first of its kind to use the satellite data. So as earlier I told you, if you want to what is cryosphere and what are the percentage of the global area under the cryosphere, then you must subscribe our channel for the short video after this 45 video. So don't forget to subscribe my channel and we move forward. And next is it survey. So the satellite surveyed about 2,15,000 mountain glacier around the globe. So it is also monitor the mountain glacier around the globe and the polar ice. So polar ice means Arctic and Antarctic and Greenland and Antarctica. So ice shelf, it also measure the ice shelf floating around the Antarctica and the Southern Sea near the Antarctica and the ice sea drifting in the Arctic and the Southern Ocean. So Southern Ocean and Arctic Ocean. So also the satellite also monitor and study the all glacier around the globe. That's why this is the unique kind of estimate. So we move forward and see losses in Arctic and Antarctic. So the ice losses is Arctic and Antarctic. Earlier, if we see the 2010 and all, the Antarctic is not so much ice, but Arctic is losses most of the ice. So in this report, so the all Arctic and Antarctic losses the glacier. So See, the survey found the largest losses of the ice in the 3 decades were from Arctic sea ice and Antarctic ice shelf. Antarctic ice shelf also floating the, around the Antarctic and Southern Ocean, both of which float the polar ocean. So they are floating the polar ocean. So see, indirectly, so if we see the sea level rising and the ice melting. So ice melting don't directly impact the sea level. Why this is not impact directly sea level, right? Because the such ice losses does not because it distribute destructions is not stop the ice sheet reflecting the solar radiation and thus indirectly contribute the. So see here you understand this type of. So here CS it is Arctic Ocean and here is the CS and here is no sun. So if we see this ice melt means not impact so much on the sea level, right? It is sea level, right? But after the melting of this ice, the ocean in this area are warm very rapidly, whether it is Arctic or in the case of Himalaya. So if ice melt here, then Himalaya, this area is warm rapidly. Why this warm rapidly? Because the solar radiation come to the earth and reflect from this ice sheet. But after the disappearing of this ice sheet, the all solar radiation come to the water and heat the water. So that's why it impact indirectly in the sea level rise. So all these areas are warm with fasting, and also this type of situation also happened in the mountainous region and mountainous glacier. After the disappearing of glacier, the rock heat. So that's why the Himalayan region warming very fastly, and so the basically in the last 2 3 years, very erratic rain around the Himalayan region. So that's why. So the ice sheet is not directly contribute the sea level rise, but that it is warming the oceans, the Southern Ocean and the Arctic Ocean. That's why sea level rise very rapidly. So, see, the sea ice shrink more solar energy being absorbed by the ocean and atmosphere, causing the Arctic warm faster than the anywhere else. So, Arctic warm very fastly because the loss of these ice shrink. So we move forward and see another study by the US-based climate center. That here it is the US study because one of the UK and another is from the US, United States. So another study published in 2019 by the US-based climate center said that up to 300 million people may affected by the devastating flood by 2050. And in this study, if you saw, it is about 3 times more than previously estimated. So it is more warming and more fast than previous study. So if we see the number could up to the 360 million by 2021. So if we see India's Mumbai could be somewhat. So why India's Mumbai could be somewhat? So in this study, found that the key coastal cities such as India's Mumbai, China's Shanghai, Thailand, Bangkok could be submerged over next 30 years. Mean it is 2021 and 30 years. It means 2050. So in 2050, most of the part of the Mumbai, Shanghai, and Bangkok would be submerged due to it impact very devastating impact on the coastal community and also from the cities situated on the coastal area around the globe. So, an estimated about 237 million people threatened by rising sea level only in the Asia. So, the research said all. So, that's all about the global ice sheet melting Mumbai. So, if we don't aware and don't aware from the our long sleepness, then we lost our such type of great city of Mumbai, Shanghai. So we must use our green technology and don't use the fossil fuel and all other. We use cycle and all other environment friendly energy system. So that's why. So we move forward and we see here a small animation and graphics of the global ice sheet melting. So here you see basically this research is a unique research and because this global heating is causing irreversible damage of the our planet. So all that we talk all about. So if we see the in a study, about 60% of the glacier of the northern hemisphere, 60% of the northern hemisphere glacier were melting, and only 40% of the southern glacier melting. So that is also a significant data from the study. So if we move forward and see, it is 28 trillion and all about that. So see, and also so it is also we see if the warming of the Greenland and the Himalayan region. So Himalayan and Greenland impact both impact in different way. If we see the mountain in the Himalayan region, so if you see Himalayan glacier, so it is made by the atmospheric temperature rising, then melting glacier melting. But if we see the Greenland means it's also atmospheric and also sea level temperature rising. So if the rising in sea level temperature and atmosphere both impact in the Greenland, but in Himalayas only atmospheric temperature impact on Himalaya. So here you can see. While the increasing atmospheric have caused the ice loss in Himalaya, but Greenland combination of the both means atmospheric temperature and the CS. So see here is the graphics of 94 to 2070 data. So if you see the data from research, it is 1994 to 2017. So the whole global ice, it is Antarctic ice. So if we see 2010 to 2015, some Antarctic ice will be right good. But after that, if we see the loss in Antarctic ice and also Arctic ice and also Antarctic ice, and this is all our mountain glacier and glacier all around the world. So see in 1994 to 2006 is 2006. So we see it is from 28 trillion ton of ice. So that's why this study is very significant for the UPSC and also for the awareness of the climate change and the global warming. So we move forward, and our next section is question for the UPSC. So question for the UPSC. Consider the following statements. The ice loss does directly contribute to sea level rise. The new study found the key coastal cities such as India's Mumbai, China's Shanghai, and Thailand, Bangkok could be submerged over the next 30 years. Which of the above statement is correct? A, one only, B, two only, C, both one and two, D, neither one nor two. So please write your answer in the comment box and don't forget to subscribe my channel and tell your friends and colleagues about our initiation, and also join my Zoom class. So you must be 500 subscribers. So if we reach from the 500 subscribers, we, after that we will initiate our mapping class. So don't forget to join our mapping class and subscribe my channel. So we move forward, and our next section is answer of the previous question. Which of the following celestial body are called lighthouse of the galaxy? Number A, quasar, B, supernova, C, pulsars, D, supermassive white. Quasar, basically quasar is not found in our galaxy, and quasar is the basically contractions of the galaxy, and it is the most bright, bright celestial body found in the space. Supernova is a exploding star, and pulsar, yes, it is. So it is also wrong. It is not. Pulsar is the not lighthouse of the galaxy, because pulsar is high magnetic radiations, and it is radio waves and gamma ray burst, and it is a some time spent like the lighthouse of the seacoast. So that's why pulsar is called lighthouse of the galaxy, lighthouses of the galaxy. Supermassive white hole is the opposite to the black hole. If you want to know about supermassive white hole, wormhole theory, supermassive black hole, all that, you must join our Zoom class, and also subscribe my channel for the short video on all that topic. What is quasar, what is supernova, what is supermassive black hole, and what is supermassive white hole. So answer is C. So answer is so. That's all about the global ice sheet melting Mumbai to December. So if we don't aware about the global ice and climate change and all other, we will lost such kind of the great cities in the Mumbai, Shanghai, and Bangkok and all other around the coastal area. And some of the country will be wiped out from the earth, like the Maldives and some small island country. So we must use some green technology, and also adopt some such manner that will reduce the global emission greenhouse gas and all that. So thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and tell your friends and colleagues, and we will meet in the next video. So thanks a lot.